How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are doing the full review on the Hitch and Timber Runt Pocket Organizer in leather. This is an awesome little piece. This was provided to me from Hitch and Timber, but I actually asked them. They didn't reach out to me, so it's completely an honest review because I'm the one that wanted it. So we're going to do a full review of this, and we do have a few other pocket organizers to bring in as comparisons, some that I think are very close competitors. So let's go over what the Hitch and Timber one has to offer. Hitch and Timber is an American company, and they make a ton of leather goods. I'm sure you guys have heard of them. I have a whole bunch of their little cadet slips in different sizes for my case sod busters, my Swiss Army knives, all kinds of stuff. So this is their small pocket organizer. I believe they have another large one called the Big Runt, but this is just the regular one. And this did have a nylon elastic pen holder on the side that I stated in a previous video I ended up cutting off because I don't typically put pens inside my pocket. I have them clipped somewhere on the outside for easier access. But this did have the pen loop on it, and then it has a flashlight spot and a Swiss Army knife spot or some other type of small knife. Doesn't really matter what you put in there. You could even do 2 flashlights if you wanted. You can put whatever you want in there, right? And then on the back, let me just remove my cards real quick. We do have a small wallet area for cash or cards, anything of that sort. So this is a really cool little piece. It has a nice lanyard area as well, and I've been testing it for about a month now, and I really enjoy it. So before I had this one, I was running the Tale of Knives pocket organizer for quite some time. This is larger. It holds a wider diameter flashlight. This is a pen slot here, but I actually have a pry bar in there, and then we have a slot for a Swiss Army knife, and in my case I have the Super Tinker, which is very thick, and that just goes in there. And I love this pocket organizer a lot. I also just feel like it's a little too big and bulky for some days, right? Because sometimes you just don't need all that stuff. And if you're going out for a night on the town or something and you just want like the bare essentials, a Swiss Army knife and a flashlight and your cards or your cash, this may suit you way better because it's much smaller, way less bulky, really thin, and just feels better in the pocket. This is kind of something I use on work days where I know I'm going to need a wider tool set. All of this stuff is overbuilt, right? I have a bigger flashlight, a bigger Swiss Army knife, and a pry bar, just kind of like overkill. But sometimes you need that stuff, and this is a great way to organize it. It's just, I do not need this large thing in my pocket every day. So if we take the Hitch and Timber and compare it to the Tale of Knives, you can see that the Tale of Knives pocket organizer is taller. It's also thicker. We do have, thicker tools in there, but just in general, it's just a beefier setup. I also recently acquired the Failsafe Goods pocket organizer, which is pretty wide as well, much more comparable to the Tale of Knives. It has a different configuration. We have an even larger front slot for a Leatherman or some type of multi-tool. We have a way bigger slot here for a really large flashlight or a full-size pocket knife. And then this actually wraps around onto the back where you do have the card holder or cash holder. We still have a lanyard hole here, but this is, again, a massive pocket organizer for a huge set of tools. And again, you might not need that all the time. We also do not get the card holder on the Tale of Knives pocket organizer. So in my opinion, the Hitch and Timber is a great median point. I really like that you can put cards and cash in there. I've tried running tools in the back of this as well. Today I have my cards, but I also did an experiment where I had my Nice Guy Machine Company ladyfinger riding in the back of here, which I really enjoyed. It fits very well and actually slides right in between the crevice of these two front tools. They kind of make a little pocket right there, and this can actually fit right in there perfectly, and it really fits nicely. You could put some other type of small pry bar in there. You could put whatever you want in the back of this. Just take note that leather typically forms to whatever you put in there, so you don't want to stretch this back part out too much in the shape of a particular tool if you want to end up putting your cash and cards in there at another point in time. Just like I was thinking this morning. Sorry, I'm grabbing my pliers out of my pocket. I was thinking this morning that it might be neat to put these into here, and I think that would be a very nice fit. However, I already have a slip on the way for these, and I feel that if I pushed these into the back of here, it would mold to this, and then it would be pretty stretched out, and I wouldn't want to put my cards and cash in there at another period of time. So just take note that this will absolutely form to whatever you put in there. It's very nice quality leather, so you can see it has formed to the 3 cards that I typically run in the back of this. Just something to think about. But again, this is, in my opinion, probably the best option out of the 3 if we're talking about for most people, just because, again, I don't think everyone is going to want to run a massive flashlight and a large Leatherman inside their pocket. Typically, people will use a belt holster for these types of items because when you have them in your pocket, it can weigh down your pants depending on what pants you wear. So these are just not ideal for everyday carry if you're just an average person that does not need a tool set this extreme. And I really enjoy this one. This is the one that I reach for most days. It's very minimalistic. It's very well made. This leather is incredible. This is I actually don't know what color this is. I know that I picked the colors for my pocket slips because I bought them. I used Autumn Harvest and Crazy Horse, I think. I'm unaware of what this is. This might be Autumn Harvest. I'm not sure. They have a whole bunch of different colors, though. But either way, this leather is very, very nice. It is finished very well. It is really rugged so far. I did run this in my front right pocket along with other items scratching up against this, and it just did great. It's very durable. This leather is really nice. It's also finished different than the other 2 pocket organizers. So as you can see on this one, this is saddle tan leather, and it's very glossy, so it's slippery, it's sleek. And this is the same finish as the Tale of Knives pocket organizer, which granted this one is much thicker leather. This is like English tan saddle something, I don't know, but it's super thin. Look how thin this is. It's very pliable, very flexible. It even folds up in between the tools. This one doesn't. This is very thick leather from Tale of Knives. Really, really heavy duty, but it does have the same shimmery finish as the Failsafe Goods. Very glossy, very slick. Sometimes people want the more matte finished leather, and that's what the Hitch and Timber is. This is more porous, I feel. It seems to build character faster, and when you put items in, you can almost like watch the leather in real time, like expand and stretch and form to what you're putting in. Like with that flashlight, when I put this Surefire Titan in here, I watched in real time like the leather just like expand to fit that, and that's why it's, light colored. But it does not have that glossy finish like the other 2 offerings. It feels not rubbery, but you can feel that it's porous, you can feel that it's not glossed, and it's more of a matte finish leather, and it's a little more sticky. That's kind of the word I was looking for, sticky. This is super slippery, and this is sticky. I like this. It's not like I necessarily have a preference, but I do really like this one. So it just worked incredibly well. It formed to my tools very quickly and easily. They come out with ease, but it's not like they're going to slip out. They're absolutely fit in there. Great retention. I really enjoyed testing this, and I'm glad that I have it because, like I said, this is my go-to pocket organizer for day-to-day use. It's the perfect size. So that's my full review after a month of testing with the Hitch & Timber pocket organizer, the Runt 2.0. This is not the big Runt. This is just the regular size. And some honorable mentions that I absolutely adore, but they're just a little bit overkill for most days. So, Hitch & Timber, if you're watching this, thanks again for sending this along. I really enjoy your products. I think they are very well priced, very well made, and I love the variety of leather colors that you offer us. So, I really appreciated you guys sending this along to test and review on the channel. I do not see this being the last piece that I get from you guys to test. So check them out, guys. They have great prices. I think they're a great company. I was using their stuff long before they even sent this to me. Like I said, I've been using their pocket slips for a while now for my traditional knives. So it's not like this is a review that I'm, screaming their praises because they sent this to me. I've been using their stuff long before they even knew who I was. So, check out Hitch & Timber, check out all of the other makers. I will see you guys on the next video. Go use your shit, learn how to sharpen your knives, and I will see you so soon. I love you guys so much. Take care.